I still play the Xbox 360 in 2024 and I ask myself, why am I really enjoying this? And I think I know why, so let's talk about it in this video. My story with the Xbox 360 goes back a decade ago. In 2010, I believe, I got my first Xbox 360. Something that really appealed to me about this console was it was the first console with an online marketplace where you could buy so many games. And you got the Xbox Live Gold as well, where you have the online memberships. It was a marketplace where you could also create your own characters and stuff like that with the home menu. The games were all consistently so good on this console. Anything from Batman to BioShock to Skyrim, even the old FIFA games were fantastic during this era. So that's why I love this era of gaming, is because it was consistently great, from the exclusives to the cross-compatible games of PS3. Like, it was just fantastic. Such a great time to be a gamer. And I love like the community of gaming as well. It was so huge during this time. Anything from the Call of Duty gaming community was massive. FIFA gaming community was just popping off. Halo gaming community was absolutely insane during this time. Seriously, like the Halo 3 hype was like nothing else, man. This was truly a console of one of its kind, because it almost knocked PlayStation off its pedestal and become one of the greatest consoles of all time. And there's a reason for it. Something that really appeals to me about these consoles is just the gameplay experience overall. And there was a certain look to some of these games that is not replicated to this day, and I think it's a way for them to overcome the graphical limits of what the Xbox 360 could do, because it was limited in RAM and it was limited in what it could do with its graphics as well. So how do they overcome it? Well, it has this sort of Gaussian blur sort of effect, and it's like a soft focus effect. And I've noticed that with games like Black Flag, Rogue, Skyrim, I've noticed it with BioShock, also has the same look as well. And even other games like Need for Speed and even FIFA, they all have this interesting look about it. And it's nostalgic as well. Like when you look at some of these games that we used to play, you look at the look of it, and it has like this Xbox 360 look. And I can't put my finger on what it is. Maybe you guys can put your finger on what it is, but it's almost like a soft focus sort of look. It's very specific, and it's with all the major cutscenes of all these games and stuff. It's just very nostalgic and reminiscent of this time in gaming. And it was also a huge leap, like from the PlayStation 2 era, where it's just you insert the disc or you insert DVDs and you just get that, to now having this massive online multiplayer system. We've got an online marketplace, we've got subscription services, we've got create your own characters and stuff like that. I mean, have such like crazy stuff that's happening and crazy innovations in gaming. It was just a huge leap in terms of gaming generally by itself as well, and also just being an affordable system during the time, as not only a gaming engine but a media engine was massive during that time as well. And yeah, you can still use it as a media engine to this day, and it works totally fine. The few issues that obviously came up were the red ring of death. That was like the biggest thing with the Xbox 360, but we didn't have any hackers or major leaks like we did with the PlayStation during this era. Overall, man, like I still play this console and I still really enjoy it, and I think it is because of that gaming experience. And there's certain things that I feel like the Xbox Series X are missing. We went from create your own character and the start menu. Where did that go? Like, we just have these badges now, and I kind of miss having my own sort of Microsoft me character in a sense. Like, that was fun. Why not, you know? And I also miss the gaming experience. Like, we feel like we could trust the creators of games back then, and we didn't feel the pressure of being let down, just worried about pre-ordering a game because you don't know if it's going to be actually any good or not. Whereas back then it was like, man, Skyrim was awesome. As soon as that came out, it just blew up and we trusted it. Halo was going to be awesome and we knew it was going to be sick, and it came out pretty like all guns blazing and it was awesome. Gears of War was absolutely incredible. Even just Microsoft itself, like the exclusives that I was coming out with were actually so good back then. and something's changed. And also just in terms of its console, like we don't get updates like all the time. So with the new Xbox, man, every single time I load it up, there's a brand new update that I have to wait like an hour or two for because I have slow internet at home. And it's really frustrating. With this, because of its internal memory being a lot smaller, we do get the occasional update, but it's not like big updates. I can wait like a few minutes and it's ready, you know? So that's really good about it. But when you insert a disc into this console, it works straight away, right? So it's something that I miss about the gaming thing is like, you don't have to wait for the games to download and install. If you put a disc in, it just works straight away. I love it. And the games are great, reliable games, and the gameplay experience is still fun. And you got this wireless controller that's still great. It's a bit faded around here, but apart from that, like, it's great. Like, it all works perfectly fine. And there's still games with like popular niches still. Like, there's people still playing the online game modes with the Xbox 360 to this day still. I miss having that community of gaming where everyone's just playing online. I guess it's different now, like people play Fortnite, people play Minecraft, people play Rocket League, stuff like that. And they're more like free to play games, which is great and all, but I miss like that FIFA community. I miss the Call of Duty community on YouTube and stuff like that. And the Halo community, it's a special time to be a gamer, you know? And even with like the Xbox Connect, like they really had so much fun with like family party games as well. Like it was so much fun, like some of these games that they used to come up with, and even like the third party games were great. Like we got Plants vs Zombies and it was actually good, you know what I mean? Like there was actually so many great games during this time, and it's something special about it. And I think I open it up every single time and I still enjoy it. Sort of the reminiscent feeling of nostalgia and how great this console was and just how simple those times were back in gaming. And I definitely miss it, you know? There's something special about this time in gaming and I really appreciate it. So my main question of the day is, what is your all-time most played Xbox 360 game? My one was FIFA Street 3. I've played that game so much and I absolutely destroyed everyone on FIFA Street 3. But apart from that, it was Skyrim. Like I spent hours just creating my own custom characters and just roaming around the world and looking up like hidden locations of loot and all that sort of stuff. And then I used to play that a lot, and I was a red guard. That was my race. Let me know your race down below as well. That was a fun time to be alive. Man, let's carry this on. Like, let's chill and talk about games. Why not, man? Like, I love this era in gaming. Yeah, it almost knocked the PlayStation 3 off its pedestal. Like, it was just more affordable, came out a year earlier, and PlayStation 3, like, it was just too expensive during the time. Yeah, it was a powerful console, but it just didn't appeal to the mass audience with its games. Where I feel like the Xbox 360 really did appeal to the mass audience with its game selection and its online modes and everything. It was just really interactive and it looked great as well, and it played fantastic and it was so much fun. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had the Xbox 360. The PS3 did beat it out. Most of the time, like the Xbox 360, there was a reason why it was so good, and it just sort of took over as like the best console during that era. And it was such a leap from the PlayStation 2 era and even the original Xbox era into this era. There's some variations as well. We've got the Xbox 360e, we've got the Xbox 360 Slim, and we got this sort of original Xbox 360 console. If you want to get an Xbox 360, definitely get one for like a really good price this day. I recommend the Xbox 360e because that came out in 2013, just as the Xbox One was sort of getting released as well. So it's sort of got its latest sort of firmware updates. It looks really updated and fresh as well. So it's definitely one to recommend for you guys if you want to get one. They're quite affordable as well. Pick this up for less than 200, and the games are super affordable as well. Like you can pick up all your favorite games for like less than $10 at the exchange shop. So definitely worth it, so much fun. Enjoy your gaming, guys. Hopefully you pick up an Xbox 360 and reminisce about the good old days. So have yourselves a beautiful one. And let me know your most played Xbox 360 game down below. Have yourselves a beautiful one.